Alright, my second review for this story is going to be about the book This Is Where It Ends. I'm not going to try to pronounce the author's name because I think I'm going to butcher it. But I've got my bullet points again. And so my first thing about this is I can definitely tell that the book is geared toward teens, young adults, but very much teens. It's geared toward especially high schoolers, which is great because it tackles a lot of topics that are really good for high schoolers to be, I think, reading about and thinking about. There's just a lot, and I think it's very important that people are reading stories about that and seeing, oh, this could happen in real life, and situations where it could happen. So this is also my second time reading this book, and so I guess the first time I read it, I remember really liking it, and then I couldn't remember anything about it, and so I wanted to read it again because I knew it was a good book, and I was oh, it's just I'm reading the book for the first time again. And it kind of was, honestly, because I didn't remember a lot of stuff that had happened in the book. But I think the reason that I could tell how much this was geared toward young people, young adults, and teens especially, I guess, I don't know, I feel my reading preferences, I don't want to say matured, because that's it's not this isn't a mature book or anything, and it's not one book is better than another or more suitable for different, or I guess, I don't know, but I think my reading taste developed differently from where it was when I first read the book. And so I think that with my reading taste changing so much, that's I wasn't as invested in this book reading it this time as I was before. But maybe I was super invested in it though and just didn't realize it because I got through it really fast. But who knows? I mean, the same thing happened for me with Percy Jackson when I reread that. When I read it the first time, I loved it so much, and I was younger, and it was literally just my favorite ever. And then I read it again, and I was okay, it's not as good as I remember it, but it's whatever. And then one more thing about this book is yeah, it's well written and stuff, but also I feel they don't develop the backstories as well as maybe it could have. Either that, or I'm just not or I wasn't paying attention when I was reading, because it's someone's all of a sudden just really mad at somebody. Yeah, they're all so mad at each other for no reason, or it's they all of a sudden have a really strained relationship, and it's why are you guys so angsty right now? Why do you guys have such a bad relationship? They don't really explain it very well, but I don't know. Once again, it could be just me not paying attention. So overall, it's a good book. I do recommend it. It's, by the way, I didn't mention this before, it's about school shooting, if anybody was wondering. But yeah, I do recommend it. It's a good read.